Welcome back into the ROCC Pod, presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. I am John Gay from Jag and Detroit Podcasts.
I am Lisa Bibby, your local neighborhood realtor with Keller Williams Advantage.
I am Andrea Arndt, an attorney at Dickinson Wright.
Very excited about today's guest. It's going to be a fun topic. We're talking to Kiman Agee, the location manager of the Great Escape Room Royal Oak. Kiman, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
This is such a cool venue and thing to talk about, so I'm ready to dive right in with you. For our listeners who may not know, what is an escape room and what was the driving force behind it opening here back in 2015 in Royal Oak?
So an escape room is like a room where you would lock somebody in and they would have to do a series of puzzles where they would have to work together as a team and escape. So it's kind of based off the movie Escape Room, which came out in, I believe, 2014, 13. But it's not like dangerous. Okay,
That's a good important disclaimer.
It's not dangerous. There's no...
You can actually get out?
You can get out.
Can you make a dangerous one?
Yeah.
No.
Says the attorney.
Yeah, I would think you might be worried about some liability there, Andrea. Jeez.
Yeah, so it's not like Saw. So what it is... It's a fun version of Saw if you want to look at it like that. So it's like kid-friendly Saw.
No jigsaw killer or anything like that, okay?
No, none of that. So it's a fun time. It's a good time to have with your family. It's a good time to work together as a team for like corporate events as well. So when you go in, you're given a speech and then you're given a task. And the room looks so normal. And there's always something like you have to find and look, and it's always in front of your face, but you never see it.
So you came on about 6 months ago. What inspired you to come join the team?
So what inspired me to come join the team was the fact that I am a actor. I like to do voice acting, and I did murder mysteries. So this is kind of like in that same wheelhouse of, talking to the guests over the monitor. I have to give them clues. So I will use different voices to give them clues. So it's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, I might have to have you come on one of my videos.
I'll be ready to do that, ma'am. And that darn tootin', I would love to do that.
Oh, we're making connections all over the place today.
So the audience doesn't know, but Lisa's actually dressed up in a costume to shoot one of her next videos for a client. And she's dressed up in the Wizard of Oz theme as Dorothy. And I have a feeling she's going to be bringing her little dog Toto too to the shoot.
Yes, and by the time this podcast publishes and you're listening to it, that video will be live on Lisa's YouTube channel, Sold by Lisa B.
So Kiman, I actually have gone and done an escape room with some of my coworkers in the past, and it was so much fun, and it was collaborative and a great corporate event, and a lot more difficult than I expected in some aspects. So good job to your team for making it challenging. So what sets apart your escape rooms from maybe some other escape rooms?
I would say that it would be our willingness to adapt and willingness to give the customer what they want before taking it to so certain places, I'm not going to lay any names, break out. Some places aren't really suited to working with people well, but I like to think that we can make any situation work.
That's the actor in you, the ad-libber, right?
Yeah. I also am really good at adapting at things because I was in the military for 4 years. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
So how many rooms do you have, and what are the themes of the different rooms?
At the current moment, we have 3 rooms. We have the Poking at the President's Bunker, which is like saving the world from nuclear war. Just a disclaimer, we did it first. Okay.
And also, before anything crazy happened on the international stage. I'm with you. Okay.
Right. So the next one we have is the Infirmary, which is like heart surgery. You're saving a patient. It's really intense. We've had a few doctors come in and do that one, which is really interesting. And then we have the Moriarty's game room, which is like a scavenger hunt, Sherlock Holmes based, in which you actually have to escape the room. It's like a scavenger hunt. So it's not as intricate as the other 2 rooms, but it's still a good time because you get to work together, putting a lot of different pieces together, and it's really fun.
I'm kind of curious what kind of feedback you got from the doctors who did the heart surgery one.
They did really well. They got out in 34 minutes. They they were really doctors.
Is there a time limit on the certain rooms?
Yes, there is. So we have 60 minutes to 120, depending on the room. And you can get out as fast as you want. It's just up to you and your team.
What happens if you can't get out?
Then it gets dangerous.
It doesn't get dangerous. No chainsaws come flying out.
We want it to get dangerous. Come on.
Now you're stuck in the room. No, it's none of that.
You said you can accommodate us. Can you make a dangerous one for us?
They just put snakes under the door and they come in. There's their danger.
Right. Cockroaches.
Sick and tired of these snakes on this room. No, sorry.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
He just got a Grammy, by the way. If you don't finish the time, then we would come in, explain to you how the room was going to play out, and we just take you out and still take a picture. So it's not like no big loss. It's just that you didn't get out, and it's okay.
Do you have like a Price is Right horn like that? Bum, bum, ba-dum, womp.
So I have a soundboard, and it just depends on the group. If the group's a fun group, then I'll be like, you killed everybody. Good. Thank you. So
Your patient did not survive.
he's dead now.
Do you have actors in the rooms, or is it mainly just you over the PA? How does that setup work?
For the game room, we have somebody inside the room. It depends on the person. I usually like to go in as I have like a little outfit, like a Sherlock Holmes type cape, and I got a little hat that kind of fits on my head because I have a lot of hair. And I kind of like, well, it looks like over here there might be some coagulants or something like that. You know, I try my best. And for the other two rooms, it's just me over the PA.
So as you're kind of adapting and ad-libbing to the various situation, like if you have a group that's just kind of tripping over themselves, like me the last time I did a room, you kind of will maybe help them out, offer them a little bit of clue, like, hey, did you check over here kind of thing? Or are they kind of just on their own?
Right. So it definitely depends on the group. If they want help, they'll definitely tell me. So at our location, I don't know if anybody else does this. I should have said this before, but we do unlimited clues. So you don't feel bad about asking for help because we're here to help you. That's the main goal of us being here, is to help you.
So it's not like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You've got your 3 lifelines, and when they're gone, they're gone.
No.
You can ask for help, and it'll depend on the group. Some people, I would imagine, are just really independent and say, don't help me, I'm going to figure this out on my own. And there's some people like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. Little help over here.
Yeah, so that's exactly how it goes sometimes. It's people who come in, or some people don't like questions, and we just let them go at it, and sometimes they don't escape.
What is the fastest a group has gotten out of any of the particular rooms?
So the fastest time we have on the board is 20 minutes and 32 seconds.
And which room was that?
It was the Poking at the President's Bunker.
And what was the type of group that went through that?
It was a group of 6, and they were like escape room pros, I would say. They would do a lot of different escape rooms, and I was really impressed. They didn't ask for no hints. I was like, wow, these guys really do this.
I think we need to do a podcast group escape room, see how good we are.
That would be great. I would love to have you guys.
I can tell you a couple of years ago when I was at what was then 98.7 Amp Radio, we did an outing to a escape room. It was not yours, Kiman, but it was a different one. Again, we won't name any names. I'm sure yours is way better than one that we did. But I remember my now wife came with me, and we had a bunch of us and some listeners and all that. And I remember I was the one who was like trying to like take over. Like, no, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And my wife was like, you are just delaying everybody, and you are screwing all of this up. And like we were the one group that didn't finish because I kept asking too many questions. And what about this? And what about this? And what about this? So I had egg on my face. We were done. I'm sure you get a little bit of infighting every once in a while within the groups, right?
Yes. So like, so I have this speech I go over in the beginning, and one of the first rules I say is you have to be nice to your team. So that means no fighting, no punching, no kicking, no headbutting, and no suplexing. So I just try to stop the infighting before it happens, because I've seen some times where some people will get angry at each other and have some words exchanged, and I'm like, hey guys, remember, it's just a game. It's just a game.
Do you offer therapy afterwards for people?
Actually, there's a therapy right across the hallway from us.
Nice.
So they can just walk on over there.
Double book that appointment.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey guys, I know it was rough in the room, but hey, we have therapy offered next door. Go ahead, have a good time.
Business collaboration opportunity there. You know, come for the escape room, stay for the therapy.
So we're curious, what are the hours that you're open? How much does it cost? And do you have like an age limit?
We're open Monday through Sunday. Monday through Thursday, we're open from 4 to 9. And Friday and Saturday, we're open from 1 to 9. And Sunday, we're open from 1 to 7.
What's the location? And at the risk of opening Pandora's boxes, we're talking about Royal Oak. What's the parking situation?
We have parking on North Lafayette and South Lafayette in the 2 garages. And it's 2 hours free. So it takes an hour to do the escape room. Technically, it's free parking. You can go grab some food as well.
Oh, that's great.
You know those rooms where you can go in and break a bunch of stuff? Is that connected with your company at all?
Oh, no, those are rage rooms.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are two completely different things.
Just checking.
Please don't come in here breaking things, please.
Maybe you need a collaboration with them after your room. They go over there and get their venting out instead of the therapy plays.
That might work, actually.
We're working on all these collaborations for you, Kiman.
Appreciate it.
You also have a portable escape room you can bring to businesses for corporate events, right? Tell us about that.
The on-the-run escape room. So I've personally never done one before because since 2020, a lot of people didn't want those,
Okay, yeah.
So I haven't done one yet. So the most that I could tell you is that it's portable. We come to you for big groups. Like we could do a lot of people in it. It's really cool. I want to do one. I really do want to do one. So I hope somebody comes to do one.
How many is a lot of people in that room?
We had a request for 50 people, and from what the messages I read, we could do that.
So is it like a trailer?
So it's in small black bags where we would set it up on different poles, and we would have people would just walk through, stay in there, and they would come out when they were done.
Like a fabric tent setup?
Yes, like a fabric tent, but the tent locks. It's a locking tent.
Whoa. Trippy.
Yeah. So you're stuck in there until you get out, and everybody's waiting on you, so you feel bad.
Oh, so it's more like maybe small groups or individuals kind of, and you get out as a team or?
I would say so, but we could do a large sitting of groups, so we can take them in and out.
So you can have a group of 15, but you do like 10 at a time, maybe, something like that?
Yes.
I was going to say, for all the singles out there, do you ever have events where just like one-offs can come and not, if you don't have a group?
So when it comes to people who don't have friends, I'm just kidding.
People looking to meet new friends.
I was going to say, it
That's
could be
awesome.
like a date thing, not like a, hey, we have no friends.
No, it could be a date thing. Yeah, it could definitely be a date thing. It's just that some rooms are better with more people. Like for the infirmary, you have to start off on two different sides. So it definitely needs at least one other person inside with you because you can't go in by yourself because you'll be stuck. But like for the Poking Out of President's Bunker, if you want to go by yourself, I wouldn't see no problem with that. But I would suggest bringing somebody with you just to, make it easier on you because it's a lot. It is a lot by yourself.
Maybe Lisa's saying like singles mingles kind of event that your company would throw. And then a bunch of like people looking to meet new people would be random people in a room.
That could be something we do. We've never done that before because of the
Pandemic.
2020. Yeah, the pandemic. I don't want to say. Yeah, because of the pandemic, it's kind of weird, and you just want to be safe instead of sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a future thing. I would definitely look into that of offering like a singles night, because what better fun can you have on a date night to go meet random people than to go get locked in a room and try to escape?
That might actually be a negative as well. What if your personalities don't connect? Like, what if they're like an alpha male and you're an alpha female and it's like, hey, you do this. No, you do this. They're like, beep, 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 beep.
Picture the worst date you've ever been on and then lock yourself in a room with that person.
Exactly. And you don't know them. So it's even worse. Because after this, you'll never see them again.
Maybe if you made it a huge event, you could say, hey, we have 3 rooms and you guys all get to pick which rooms you want to go in. So if there's one particular person that you're like, oh, no way, I want to be in that room, just go to a different room.
But how would you know unless you spend time talking to that person?
Have a little mixer beforehand. So everybody has 30 minutes to get to know each other. And then you're all going to break into 3 groups and let people kind of pick their own groups. And then
This is really intricate.
there you go.
Lisa, I think you have to plan and coordinate this event.
Lisa's trying to get herself hired as a side gig, I think.
I know. This is great.
I'm a matchmaker. Normally I'm matching people with homes, but I want people to fall in love too.
Okay, Cupid. I feel it. I definitely feel it.
So, Kiman, I have a question. Do you have any escape tips that you're willing to share with us?
Yes, I have a few tips I could share that won't ruin anything for nobody. Never overthink. That's the big number 1 rule. People go into escape rooms like, oh man, there's so much going on in this room that's nothing's here. It might be this little pin over here. It's not the pin. Don't overthink. Overthinking is one of the easiest ways to lose time.
So you're saying it's not the pen.
It's not the pin, Lisa. It's not the pen.
Pen is actually just a pen.
It's just really a pen we put in there to throw you off because we have red herrings in the room.
Unless it is the pen.
It's not the pen. It's not. It's not. She be the reason you guys don't escape. I'm just going to let you know right now. She's going to say, maybe it is the books over there.
Can you open the pen? Is there something in there?
Andrea, we are no longer doing this as a group. You have been disinvited.
Hey, I think between the two of us, we could totally fail it.
Andrea, you and I could have gone in yesterday and we'd still be there.
But I swear it was the pen.
It's not the pen.
Kiman, it's been really great to get to know about your business. And you told us that you're an actor. Is there anything else you like to do in your free time when you're not at work?
When I'm not at work.
Any hobbies?
Yes. I go to the gym. I work out. Besides that, I go watch movies at the movie theaters. I'm going to watch Doctor Strange after this because it's early and I have nothing else to do.
Nice.
I like to go hiking. I like video games, arcades, bars, all that fun stuff that young people do. Yeah.
Where's your favorite hiking spot?
The one that has a lot of open air and trails. Wherever that one's at. It's my favorite. I haven't been hiking in a while, but I will go hiking soon enough.
Spring is here. It's great hiking weather.
Okay, it is now time for our fishbowl question of the day. Andrea, would you please draw our fishbowl question of the day?
Okay, Kiman, what is the coolest sound?
The coolest sound.
That's a perfect question for today's guest.
Goodness.
Wow, okay.
There's a lot of sounds in the world, you know?
You got to pick one or two, whatever.
Hard this is. I would think the coolest sound is the sound of happiness.
Oh,
I
perfect.
love it.
You went all meta on us.
I'm deep.
I love the sound of giggling children.
Giggling babies, yeah.
I mean, that's just like happiness in the purest form. You win.
Is that the happiness of like a group escaping the room and like accomplishing something and like they're all cheering?
Oh, yes. When people get out of the room, we're like, yeah, we did it. Woo! Just be like, yeah, good job, guys. You didn't kill everybody. Woo!
Yeah, scientifically, if you smile at someone, they have to smile back. Like, it's something that connects.
Right.
Yeah, it's that mimicking of body language for sure.
Most definitely.
Kiman, this has been one of the more entertaining interviews that we have done here on the ROCC Pod. Appreciate your personality, your acting chops, telling us about the Great Escape Room in Royal Oak. Before we let you go, website, phone number, best ways to reach you guys.
Website is thegreatescaperoom.com. The best way to reach us is by phone or email. The phone number is 248-291-7599. Email is royaloak@thegreatescaperoom.com. The Great Escape Room on Facebook, Royal Oak, and we also have Instagram. So hit us up.
I have one question for you before we finish the closings. Do you have a favorite voice or actor, that character that you like to impersonate? And if so, can you give us a little line from it?
Okay, I could do that. Onions, garlic, balsamic vinegar. That's a big word for Elmo.
That's awesome.
See, I'm wearing Sesame Street.
Well done. And because we're recording remotely, nobody's going to tickle you. Okay, good.
Thank you so much, Kiman, for joining us today. It's definitely been a pleasure. My name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Advantage. I put the real back in realtor. Looking to buy or sell your home, purchase an investment property, or even start an Airbnb? You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Sold by Lisa B.
My name is Andrea Arndt. I am an intellectual property attorney at Dickinson Wright, and I help my clients protect their inventions and build their brands. You can find me on LinkedIn and on our firm's website, www.dickinsonwright.com.
I'm John Gay from Jag in Detroit Podcasts. I believe that nobody knows your story better than you, and I can help you tell it. For help creating a podcast or improving your existing show, you can find me online at jagindetroit.com or on all social media platforms at jagindetroit. Also, the fourth member of our team not able to be here today is Trish Caruth, third-generation jeweler and owner of Your Personal Jeweler, specializing in creating custom engagement wedding rings and fine jewelry. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook at The Personal Jeweler or on their website, thepersonaljeweler.com. We want to thank you for listening to this episode of the ROCC Pod, presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. If you're interested in being a guest on the pod, we are looking for guests for the second half of 2022. Send us an email, therockpod, that's TheRoccPod @gmail.com. Thanks, everyone.